Hey fam, this is Dexx. Some of you know me as a friend, some of you know me as a classmate. I've met many of you just online and have become close to. What I would like to do now is have an extemporaneous, off-the-cuff chat about where I'm at for 2016. And hopefully by the end of this soliloquy, you will find that we are actually on the same page, right? At the start of 2016, you may have noticed many inspirational and motivational posts that I placed on my Facebook and many of my other social sites. Now, that wasn't to put up a cyber mirror to you, but it was more so a self-imposed pressure that I placed on myself to really move and motivate me and keep me in the direction moving forward for 2016 on things that I promised myself, right? Because like many of you, I too have fallen victim to what I call false motivation. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today. And that's the fallacy of motivation, or I will say the fallacy of saying you are motivated. Because what I find is when most people say they are motivated, it's really not motivation at all when you strip away the scab of it, right? It's not motivation at all. It's only merely reflection and revelation that they are feeling. Because if it was motivation, it would be followed by action. And if there is no action, then it is not motivation. It is mere reflection and revelation. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a motivational moment, right? But I find that it's easier to have people move into action. Well, I take that back. I find that it's easier to have people thinking that it is to have them moving into action. That's why I call this not a motivational moment, but a thought-evoking token, because I feel it is easier to move people to think than it is to move them into action. And I want you to remember that true motivation is action-based. If it is not action following the motivation, then it is not motivation that you're feeling. It is strictly reflection and revelation. I'll give you an example. Let's look back at 2015, Thanksgiving time. We're with family, we're with friends, we're eating good food. We're eating sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, chocolate cake, deep fried turkey, all of that good eating. I'm just getting hungry thinking about it. But I digress. And then even after that, we move forward to the last month of the year in December, which is Christmas time. We're with family, with friends, opening up gifts, sharing love, and all of this happiness spreading throughout the house. Some of us celebrating Christmas, some celebrating Kwanzaa, and some of us are not even celebrating at all. And that's okay. But the point is, we're getting caught up in such joyous occasion that when it all ends, we'll move back to this one period of solemn that I call the most motivational period of the year. And that's that last week of December. What happens? We start reflecting on the trials of the past, all the negatives, all the ills, and all the bad things that happened to us as we left or as we leave this current year that's ending. We start making promises that we will not bring them forward into the new year. We make promises to ourselves that we will leave those on the doorstep of the new year. But what happens? 1 week in, 2 weeks in, 4 weeks in, that old hag of complacency starts to set in. By the end of the new year, 9.999 out of 10 times, we will find ourselves in the same predicament, the same position, the same situation that we promised we would leave at the doorstep of the new year. Instead, we look up at broken promises, feelings of regret, dejection, because that motivational moment we had is gone. It's fleeting. That dog don't bark no more. Now, I said all of that to say this. You recall a few years back, the term YOLO, Y-O-L-O, was popular. You only live once, they say. Now, that was a popular term or a popular expression on a secular level, but it also had some spiritual connotation to it as well. But we will stick to the secular part for now. Now, I'm not saying that we want to get rid of the YOLO, because basically it meant to enjoy life to the fullest. You only live once, so live life to the fullest. And all I'm saying now for 2016 is let's take it to the next level. Do YOLO times 10. And I call that YOMO. Look for your motivation. Y-O-M-O. Find your true motivation, because we only live once. And don't we want that to be the most spiritually, the most financially sound one life we can have? I do. So find your mo. Find your true motivation, right? That which is truly motivating you. Because motivation is introspective. It's internal. Motivation causes you to look inside yourself and brings out a fire and a desire to succeed in that which you are trying to attain. Reflection and revelation is retrospective. It makes you look back at your life and at the past and makes you think about all the things you could have done, would have done, should have done. So find your true motivation. Find that which is really motivating you. Remember, motivation must be followed by action. If there is no action, then it's just reflection and revelation. Salute.